Hey, what's up, everybody? In this video tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at the worm gear mechanism and how to create a motion study. So the first thing you have to do is come out here to your joints folder, open this up. You should be seeing a motion link. And what you're going to be doing is right clicking on the gear revolute that's going to be spinning the fastest. So in our case, it's going to be the worm gear. We're going to right click on that and just animate the joint relationships. And we can see that that's going to be working the way that we want. Okay, so the next part of this is coming up here to assemble. We're going to go to the motion study. We're going to be pulling up our timeline. We're backing down the speed on this. And what we're going to do is we're going to come out here and select on the joint that we want to animate. Okay, so in our case, it is going to be the joint that's going to be moving the fastest, which would be the joint that's attached to the worm gear. And now we're going to be picking on this point, taking this to step 100. And just from the last two videos, 2160 was going to be 6 revolutions. So we can go ahead and plug that in. Now we can hit the play button and we can see that this is going to be moving. All right, and it's manageable. We can tell what's going on. So let's go ahead and say okay on that. And now we can switch over into our rendering environment. Once we get over to our rendering environment, what we're going to have to do first is come up here and go into our scene settings. And we're going to be making sure we're going to be picking a color that's going to be an off-white, so like a gray color. We can say okay. All right, and now we're going to be turning on our ground plane, making sure we have reflections, and now switching over into our environment library. Okay, you can now at this time go ahead and switch it to your grid lighting that you want, okay, or any sort of lighting that you want, and go ahead and close. Make sure that this is the full frame, and now we can come out and do the render. Okay, we're going to go to mobile, 2048 cloud render final, and we can go ahead and hit the render button. Okay, once that is done, you're going to follow along with the same exact thing that we had done before in the pulley mechanism as well as the spur gear mechanism. You have to have your still shot render first. Once that is done, you're then going to see you have that little play button looking icon. Okay, you're going to be selecting on that. Okay, you're going to go along with the same exact settings that you had before in the previous two video tutorials. Okay, and then once that is done, you can download that. Okay, save that MP4 out to your downloads, and then that is what it is you're going to turn in for Google Classroom. So there you go. That is how we do the motion study, the render, and the animation video tutorial or video to animation video. Okay, for our worm gear mechanism.